Hello, hello, hello. This is Els coming in from Beema's Crafty Corner, and I want to talk to you guys about paper clips. Do not change the video. This is important. So these are the paper clips that I recently made. You guys gave me rave reviews, and you all love them. And I love them. And I love them for one reason. Because there's no annoying paper clip to snag on stuff. But this is not always practical. Sometimes we have to do other things, different types of paper clips, and this is not always the practical way to go. So I was reminded of a video that I saw over on Lollipalooza's channel, and I subscribe to Lollipalooza. Hi, Lolly! And she had brought home these. And she was going to make some paper clips out of them. And I thought, you know, I've done that. I just got to find them. So I dug them out. So a little over a year ago, I had made these to go in a journal that I made. And that was way back before my YouTube days. Back when I didn't know that there was, you know, a mixed media art community on YouTube. Hi, guys! And so back in the day when I was just a frustrated artist, I was making journals and things like that and selling them to friends and family and through Facebook and things. And I had come up with these. The problem with them is this paper clip. A paper clip is a spring and it does exactly what it's supposed to do. It holds its position, but when you put any pressure on this front or back, it bends and forces that end, that sharp end, down, which means when you take this off of a piece of paper where there might be lace or delicate paper underneath, you could tear it. You can cut yourself on this thing, and these things are so sharp. So, I dug out some of my shapes. Popsicle sticks, obviously. I've done this with circles, squares. Sometimes they have flowers, they have diamond shapes, kite shapes, all kinds of stuff. Even little people. I've gotten little flat people like this and done this. But I've always done this. And this just doesn't work for me anymore. So I had to come up with something new. My solution to the problem was this little gadget right here. This is commonly called a owl clip. It is technically a Regal Clip Trombone number 3. We call them owl clips because they look like an owl. And look at that. It fits. And it fits. This could be game-changing. So I decided to play around with it. And I think I've come up with a pretty good idea. So, get yourself a soda, sit back, relax. Okay. So we're going to be doing these two today. We're going to do a few more than this, but I just want to show you on these two. Excuse me. So the first thing we're going to be doing is we have to put these onto paper. So you remember those scraps that I said, you know, if it's more than 1.5 inches, you might want to save it. That's where these come in, okay? This is Recollections 110-pound cardstock. I know that because I use it a lot, so I know what it feels like. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut this so that it fits there and so that it fits here. And the popsicle stick's pretty easy. You're just going to come in about half of the way on your hole punch and give it a punch. Just okay? Then you're going to take this here owl clip and you're going to put the owl eyes up. And you're just going to bring that down. Okay? Now on the round one, this one can be a little bit trickier. Right on the edge. Put that half circle in. Put the owl clip in. Okay? Now, We are going to be using wood glue for this project, and this is Elmer's Carpenter's wood glue, and I keep it in a little tub because it's just easier for me to work with. Okay, and I'm just going to be using a Q-tip because it's disposable, and I don't have to mess up any of my paintbrushes to do this. Now I'm going to put this on fairly liberal, making sure I get all around the edges. Okay, and then I'm going to take this, and with the owl eyes facing up, I'm going to lay the popsicle stick right on top of it. Now I'm going to try not to get any glue on the wood, and the reason is if I get glue on the wood, then I have to sand it off. Otherwise I'm going to leave white spots when I try to color this later. I'm going to trim this down. There we go. I'm just going to let that sit and dry. I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm just going to get some wood glue, put it on my disc, and I'm covering as much of the disc as I can, all the way out to the edge. Okay? And then right over the owl eyes, I'm going to lay that down. And again, I'm going to clamp this up, and I'll be back in just a few seconds to show you what we're going to do next. Okay, so now these are dry. So what we're going to do is turn them over so that we have the back side up, and we're just going to clip off that excess paper. See, told you it didn't matter. We'll do the same thing on this one. That one's still juicy. That's okay. Okay, so let's get rid of these scraps. All right. So the next part is to cover up the naked wood. The naked wood. Now I've got a little bit of a rough spot there. I'm just going to hit it with an emery board just to get off that extra bits. There we go. And we'll do the same thing here. And we're just taking off those little extra bits of paper. Cleaning it up a little. Okay. Now we've got that all cleaned up. Now I'm going to put a little ink on the edges. And what I use is just a regular ink. It's called Cashmere. I am not huge on the, oh, but you have to use vintage photo. No, I don't. Not required by law to use vintage photo. No, it's not my favorite ink. No, I do not love it. When I want to add ink to something, I add the color that I want. And the color I like for this is Cashmere. Okay. Alright, so now the next part of this is going to be to select some ephemera and some trims and get those put on. So, off we go. Now I've done a few others, other than the original 6. I've done these. And what you can see here is that these all sit flush at the top of the paper. You can push them down all the way to the top. Nice and flat. I did 3 of the large ones and 3 of the little round ones, and so I'm just going to add my friends here. so that you guys can see them. Like that. So these are the two we just did, and these are ones that I did earlier. These are all ink. I've used ink here to stain this red and blue, and this one's stained gold, and then these are stained in like walnut or something like that. Just very simple decoration. There's some metallic thread here, some trim here, a little bit of canvas, a button. So pretty easy, pretty basic. And in case you don't have the wood pieces, I even went ahead and did the exact same thing using traditional paper. So, like I said, I got something new. Here it is. This is the Paperclips. Thank you so much. Well, I had a good time, and I hope you guys did too, and I hope you give this a try. Now, in order to make it cost effective, I'm going to be selling the owl clips and the wood pieces in a kit in my Etsy shop, and the link will be down in the description. So, until I see you again, right down here, like right there, see that? See it? It's right there. See it? Right there. There. There's a red button. Hit that. Okay, now, like me, ring my bell, share me with all your friends. I got paper clips. Till the next time. Bye-bye.